here's the thing. I used to be a much bigger gamer up until the last generation, really because of the prices and increases. And it's funny seeing people in the States complain that they're now paying $80 for games, and in Canada we've been paying $80 for games for like 10 years now. And it's insane. And I was over that a little bit, but like over $100 for a single video game.
For Mario Kart.
For Mario Kart, which I own like 5 times on like 4 consoles. Like, I don't think, no, I don't agree. I see why, and like, and is that even like, does that even take into account like the tariffs and stuff?
That does not take into account tariffs. They actually delayed pre-orders to figure out what the pricing would be with tariffs.
Great. So it's going to be even more expensive, especially physical games. Oh my God.
Well, that's a little expensive, you know. People like me, I'm in school right now. I don't have a lot of living expenses. And if I want to pursue my hobbies, I shouldn't be paying out of my teeth for that. And like, I don't think they need the money realistically. Like, that's a lot of money, especially looking at previous prices of games. It's a lot of money.
And this also includes they're porting a lot of their games from the Switch, and a lot of like their more classic titles like Breath of the Wild and whatnot. And those are also slated to likely be priced at the same price, $80.
Yeah, again, I don't see a point in buying games like that if I can already play them on previous consoles, and they'd probably be cheaper on the previous consoles too.
For me personally, when I started gaming, I think prices were at $49.99, which was already like a lot for me personally, and the prices did rise around like $89.99, I believe, something along those lines. As for the price of the Nintendo itself, I think it's not too bad, $630. Yeah. Me personally, because I bought my PlayStation 5 at like $980 when it was like booming and popular. And as you said, the games were $60.
No, they're about $80 USD. So $112 Canadian.
Okay, then yeah, that is excessive for me. But I've seen that new games such as what is it called? I bought a game worth around $120. It's like a Dark Souls kind of game. It's called Lords of the Fallen 2. It was around like $120, which I find is excessive, but I think they're doing it because of the what's called the Unreal Engine and all that stuff. But yeah, that's about.
I don't know. I think like it's quite expensive considering the Nintendo. Like the first Nintendo Switch was decently affordable. Like I mean, if you compare it to like an Xbox, I think that's kind of similar pricing, but I think it has kind of a lot less computing power. So I personally think it's a little bit overpriced, and for all the games being that expensive too, I think it's not really worth the money.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. It's probably. To me, I'd see it as each game's $112. I'd say that's quite expensive. If I'd be locking in probably 2 or 3 games when I'd want to have quite a big arsenal of games. Yeah.
I think everything's getting more expensive nowadays. So at the end of the day, if you do want something, I mean, a console's the way that I see it is you buy it and it pays out, dividends for the rest of the time you have it.
Yeah.
So whether you're buying it for your kids or a friend or yourself, it's not something you have to continuously pay a subscription for. So I don't think $630 is too much. That being said, I think if it was like closer to the 1,000 mark, it'd be a little too much. And then something a little bit too low is not going to push value of what it is, right? So yeah, I think it's kind of fair. Little on the high end, but kind of fair.